The steering committee order. We do have a quorum. Do we have any public comment? Seeing none, we will go ahead and look at the agenda for commission meeting. Take a minute to look over that and see if there's any.
Need to add. I need to add, when you get to it, I think you're ready. Okay.
Yeah.
One part-time judicial commissioner, potential, our meetings just before the commission meeting. Judicial is going to be before the county commission, so we could have a recommendation.
Do we have to go out of session for that or?
No, as long as it's on the agenda to start, we can check.
And we do have a special recognition.
Two.
Two.
One may have to go to December, depending on factors outside our control, but right now we'll have to.
I know Commissioner Rich has the printing page and he had to leave a while ago, so I'll confirm that with him. Any other changes to the agenda?
Motion to approve Commissioner Fields.
Yeah.
Second.
It's okay, slow down. You got a motion.
So, I did have a request from, Tom Verschure's, asked, would it be possible, or would you want to consider 6 p.m. workshop on November the 18th, just for the county commission meeting, whereby the Cumberland Oaks rezoning proposal would provide a slide presentation, informational question and answer for the upcoming rezoning request from the property. It has complex requests that will take time to outline details. He said, do you want to do, would you want to have a workshop at 6 o'clock to cover all that? That way, every question you might have can be asked at that time, and then when you get ready for deliberation, you could. So he just asked me to bring that to you, and it's up to y'all.
Everybody here.
What day is
The
it?
mayor.
That's the night of the county commission meeting, starting at 6
We
o'clock.
start at 6 versus 7.
Which came during planning last month. You can see that on video. The presentation of that. Isn't that right?
I watched it.
Right. But you've already got meetings set
Got one set at 6:10.
same night.
If that kind of leads toward something we've been talking about. These zoning things that you've got coming in November and December could be very lengthy.
Mhm.
Do you want to,
Maybe 2 nights.
well, I floated that idea with some people in mind. So do you want to move it up and do that first on the agenda? If you do public comment and go ahead and, so that may take some time.
Mhm.
The one in December will take some time.
Well, here's my thinking about that. Hopefully gonna have a new planning director by that time, right? In December.
Are you? Are you?
We'll have one.
Well, we're in the middle of interviews. So with us bringing on a new planning director and then walking into this big, wouldn't maybe they entertain maybe pushing it out a little further? So, I mean, I'm just. Yeah, I know we're on TV, but heaven forbid if I was a new planning director walking into a tornado. I mean, would you?
That's a good point. I wouldn't like, I don't like being hit, man.
So it's something that, I mean, the potential of us, or hopefully us getting a new planning director and then walking in, maybe I think that it would be great for them to get their eyes on it and maybe their opinion. Since
What are you talking about pushing out? Both of them on this?
Oh, it's just,
No,
I'm just,
no,
December coming in, I know that Tom's leaving, he is our planning director, but I mean, if we're, I feel like as a body that if we have a new director walking in and this is gonna be pretty big, that they're gonna have to deal with. You know, Florida, basically, you know, we think the same.
He normally doesn't have so much to say about it. He brings in and explains what it is.
That's the one.
I'm not
Well,
sure.
we always ask for the opinion of our planning director, I mean, I know
Well,
opinion is
he
opinion,
normally gives us the opinion from the committee. He
sometimes.
said it came to the committee with maybe revised the recommendations.
Sometimes.
As far as
I think on this one,
that's
he
all
could-
I've heard.
This last one, he didn't give an opinion. He said just whatever the will of the body.
I think and I appreciate what Justin's saying, I think the issue you lived in is both of these took 2 to 3 hours in the planning
Mhm.
commission. Those are morning meetings. This is a night meeting where more people will be able to come. I have no reason to believe that there'll be any fewer people here wanting to speak. And that's what I say, you could be here 10, 11 o'clock. Now, do you want those people to stay in the end, or do you want them to, you want to get this done early, so you do your other business or whatever, but both of these things are gonna generate a lot of public comment. Well, they did in the planning commission.
I don't wanna see him stay all night, I'd rather do that myself.
I think that's what we're doing, right? Public comments off front.
No, I mean, the actual
Talking
zone,
about
the hearing,
when
I guess,
it's-
yeah.
it's,
yeah, and it does make a difference, to people, we all gotta stay the
Not
end.
us, I'm talking about anybody
I know,
outside.
but I just think it being a night meeting, there'd be more people show up. People that couldn't take off work to come to planning,
Friday mornings.
yeah, can roll in on Monday night.
Okay.
You and I talked about that a little bit. You disagree with that?
You just
So
agree?
I think, what we had talked about was, we'll start the meeting like normal, go through our regular agenda. This is always at the very beginning where we do a rezoning.
Yeah.
So that'll happen first, and if it carries us to 10 or 11 o'clock or wherever that carries us, then we can recess our meeting, come back the next night and do our regular business on Tuesday night. That was, Mike had tried to say, hey, let's do our regular meeting on Monday night and push this one to Tuesday night, but they felt like there was, some issues there. So Mike said, okay, forget it, so we just go through the regular agenda, and if we get to 10, 11 o'clock, and if you guys wanna push it or wanna recess it, that'll be y'all's call at that time.
Can we start earlier?
I believe our rules say we start at 7. As far as the meeting.
You know
The
that.
2 special recognitions that we have, are there individuals coming for those 2 special recognitions?
I assume there will be, but I don't know that.
Okay.
I didn't do them, so I don't know.
With that in mind, should we do the special recognitions
Yeah, you
before
could
we do
add
the
one.
rezoning?
Yeah.
And that way they don't have to sit through the rezoning?
Right.
Okay, I was just checking because we were talking about moving the agenda around. I wanna make sure we do special recognition before rezoning.
All right, so you're wanting to do November and December. So
Well, all y'all are concerned with tonight's November,
November.
so, yeah. Just, you know, maybe eat an elephant one bite at a time. Do it one bite at a time.
So the question really is on the floor was that Tommy just said if you wanna get a lot of details out of the way, if you didn't go back and watch it, and you wanted to have a workshop at 6 o'clock, he's willing to come do that. If you don't want to, just say, I don't want to, and we'll move on. He just asked me to ask him, that's what I told him I'd do.
So is he gonna be here for the 18th?
Yeah.
So that's the one you wanted to push back, or?
No, I was just saying, thinking about it, we have, it's, once he's gone, and say, we've got all this coming up, have the new director.
he's talking about these.
I was talking.
Push the one in December.
Yeah.
And it's set to have somebody here on December the 2nd, if everything works out, but.
So what is the, will of the committee concerning,
6 PM workshop.
6 PM workshop with, Tom Bashir?
Motion that we do not have a 6 PM workshop.
So we have a motion to not meet at 6. Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. You can tell.
Mr. Chairman, I got a question on nothing. Mr. Denton talked about our scheduling our tonight. Do we need to set, like, say, we've always, animal control always met at 5, usually education, minute steering and budget. But then we're gonna have, so that we need to set that,
You mean just put,
put it concrete, like animal control at 5, education right after. And then if law enforcement or EMA or whoever else.
interject the space in there for any additional?
Yes, sir. And then it's all whatever, and then it'd be minutes, steering and budget.
You want to put that to one on one?
That's my motion.
Okay, we have a motion to set the agenda as animal control, education, we interject other committees. Like for tonight, finance met, law enforcement met, judicial might meet. And then as a regular meeting, there would be minute steering and budget. So you would have a middle section that would be vacant if there were any committees that were not scheduled to meet on a normal basis, which is animal control, education, minute steering and budget.
Sting.
I believe we do that already.
We already do it.
too.
Well, I think it has been some that they've tried to, because they were showing us.
Yeah, Blake was showing us that you had something different than what we had.
Well,
But tonight there was four. We were through, so be third, and there was four ahead of 6 ahead of us before we got to, so it changed really completely.
And he had something totally different from what we had.
Yeah, and what happened there, we had four, Mr. Denton's right, we had our four come out the same day. And then people started adding things to it. So she said, one of them would come after education. And then the next one, she said, would come after education. So that's where the conflict was wrong.
I'll make a motion for them.
Yeah, I'll just come over with her.
So
But I
that
mean,
what-
that's, isn't that what you were saying?
Yes, right. Yeah.
and I think what she
And we were
told,
out of our original, like you said, man, we had 3 in the row generally always starting. And then we started working things in from then on, but,
I think what she normally does on that is that whoever meets outside the normal steering minutes, and budget come before that. Cause she always puts minutes and steering right before budget. So if you wanna change that, if that's what you're saying, let's do those two first, and then anybody else wants to come after. I thought that's what you were
yeah,
saying, hey, let's.
so
wait
budget
for
would
this,
stay
wait
third,
for everybody else.
minutes and steering and budget would stay together. But
It's last.
the budget committee is sometimes a lengthy meeting and, most everybody wants to be a part of it.
Okay, we have a motion from Commissioner Bernard. I think we have a second. To,
Who seconded?
I don't know, but I thought who was second.
Second.
Okay, we do have a second, Commissioner Dell. A little late, but again.
Make it second.
Don't trust you.
Well, a second.
What is the motion?
Okay, well, the motion, I'll read my motion again. It'd be like, typically, animal control meets at 5. And then the education meets right after it. And then, help me out here. Then, then whoever, like if law enforcement calls a meeting, they'll be right after
They're
education.
standing committees, Chad.
Right, but law enforcement always don't meet, or EMA always don't meet.
I think we could,
Law enforcement hadn't started, didn't meet until later on until.
I
Right,
think we could do what the commissioner wants you do animal control, education, minutes and steering, and then anybody else gets added in, comes after steering,
Mhm.
before budget.
Just before budget.
Does that work?
Yes, that's the way I
That's
thought,
what she tries
pretty
to
much
do.
doing it, yeah.
Okay.
She tries to
You want,
set
you
it
want,
up
you
for you.
want to make the motion and you want to.
Yes, sir, Mr. Denton just said it, so.
Chad, don't let me put words in your mouth. Is that what?
Well, we just want, everybody wants, because since we're doing it right after another, sometimes it gets confusing.
She did get confusing, but no.
Just show up at 5, you'll get them all.
Okay.
The current motion is Thursday night will be animal control, education, minute steering, and then any other committee that needs to be prior to budget. Okay?
Yeah.
That is the motion. Since Commissioner Darrell, Commissioner Darrell, Secretary Darrell, any discussion? Everybody understand what the,
So I just got one more thing, just say like, animal control may send an email saying we're not gonna meet.
Somebody
So
takes their
then
spot.
we'll jump up.
Mhm.
No, you move education.
Move education. that's
Yeah,
all
that's
they
it,
mean,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Got you.
everybody understood? Motion, okay. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, we want a report on the 225th celebration, or you want to put it off to December? A lot of conversation
Oh,
going
yeah,
on.
December's going to be fun already.
Pardon?
Yeah.
January. Have a video and a few other things, but we can do it anytime. We're gonna be busy, there's much hearing and stuff, we put it on December.
We're not having any.
That would be, the committee's decision. I have a personal opinion, but I'll say that, so if there's a motion.
We're not having a workshop, or did I miss it?
No, he's
He's wanting to do this in November.
Right.
story
Yeah.
involvement.
He wants to show a video of the 225th celebration.
It's report to the commission, you know.
Yeah. Make a
Yeah.
motion that we have a review of the, 225th anniversary.
Second,
And we have a motion and a second for this coming meeting.
yes, sir.
There will be a presentation by Colonel McFarland, Commissioner McFarland, on the 225th anniversary celebration. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Is that before or after the rezoning?
Whenever he does. Oh,
Now we need a new motion.
how have we done this all these years?
No, no.
You know, I
I
think,
would say it'd be after special recognition before public.
I'd say put it in where we always put it in. You do it very close to the start.
Yeah.
And really, what we have there right now, before the steering committee, we gotta do that. We gotta adopt the agenda, we gotta adopt the consent agenda. Somebody said they wanted special recognition to go first, then we're on the zoning. So we don't really have to do anything. I think the issue is, if you're still working on zoning at 10 o'clock, do you wanna be voting on resolutions at 10:30? Or you wanna recess and come back? And that's a decision you make that night.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you gotta get these people in here the same night.
I agree.
Because I had some people that could feel the question and motives why I brought that up. And they were very kind about it.
Get ready.
How long will you dispense with all the reports?
So it's gonna be a long meeting.
Yes.
We're only talking a 7 to 10 minute presentation on the 225th anniversary. It wouldn't be
Gonna do it
very
right
long.
That's what we signed up to do, right?
Committee like I talk 30 minutes.
No, no, we're not having that.
Yeah. You wanna do it right after special recognition?
Okay, we had a motion and a second, and that was approved to, have that presentation, in November.
Right.
The question has been, where do we interject it in the agenda?
Right, special recognition.
I'll make a motion to put it right after special recognition, so the 225th birthday celebration presentation by Colonel McFarland between special recognition and public hearing presented.
Okay, we have a motion from Commissioner Reed, do we have a second?
Second.
I know that.
Okay, to insert the 225th anniversary celebration after special recognition and before the zoning. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. So we're gonna inject the 225th. Do we have any new business?
I have a
Still-
question.
And you still need to do a bit, motion. You amended it, done all those amendments, but you haven't voted on the agenda.
Oh.
Make a motion to accept the amended version.
Second. We have a motion and a second to accept the amended agenda for this coming Monday, Monday week. Yes, Commissioner Hall.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm not trying to be a nitpicker on this at all, but
But
we do not have public comment listed on this agenda. And it's required by the law. Yep.
he must have
Make a
grabbed
motion
an
that
old
we
copy.
amend To add.
So does.
You grabbed an old copy, like this, and she's on there. You know.
So
Where you want it?
Mr. Brown made a
Roll
motion
call.
to accept the amended agenda. Who seconded that? Okay. So now do you want to amend his motion to add?
I'd like to amend my original motion to amend the second amendment of the agenda.
To place it where?
Where normally
I
is,
tell you. I'll tell
I
you.
expect our minutes committee to review every bit of this.
my motion for the floor is to, withdraw the original motion.
Okay,
We'll get close.
we need a second from Commissioner Brown to withdraw his
No, he,
original
what's
motion.
it, what's it, that kid,
Okay.
he's the mason.
Okay. All right. So now, okay, if I'm not the only one confused in here,
Quit looking at her, you're giggling.
I started to laughing. Okay, we need to insert public comment on the agenda
Where do you want it?
After roll call.
after roll call.
Okay.
We have a motion to, insert public comment under Roll call by the county clerk. Do I have a second? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Go ahead, Mike.
I'm right, y'all just keep talking, we get there.
Okay,
Now you're ready to vote on the agenda with
okay, now we're
17 amendments.
You can't even get that.
Oh,
Make a motion, we approve the agenda as amended.
Exactly.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to accept the agenda as amended.
Who made it? I was talking.
Windows.
Marlo.
I'm second.
All in favor, say aye. Any opposed?
Anything else?
All right, any other business?
Make a motion, we adjourn.
I have a quick question.
Mr. Reed.
Second education. The Homeland Security, Enough is Enough workshop that schools is presenting is on the evening of Thursday, December fifth, which is usually, that's the first Thursday of the month when we have our standing committees. I know that schools has requested that this body actually attend this meeting, so at that point, can we discuss moving our standing committees in December to either Wednesday, December 4th, or Tuesday, December 3rd? I don't care which, but that way we don't have a conflict and we can all attend this presentation. We've been asked to do.
What is the presentation?
It is enough is enough. It's about a 2-hour presentation that adults only are invited to, that the Department of Homeland Security is gonna present basically online safety, information on, anti-bullying and that type. We've done this in the past. I won't, if we did it Thursday, I wouldn't be at the committee meetings anyway. I doubt Mr. Luttrell
Right.
would be, so.
This way we don't have a conflict. So again, I don't care one way or the other. I know some people have church on Wednesday nights.
ATC.
Yeah, we got an email from Sarah on October 30th about it. So,
What time's the meeting?
so I'll just make a motion and we can second. So I'd like to make a motion that we move our standing committees in December to Tuesday, December 3rd. So we don't have this conflict.
Then we have a motion to,
Yeah. Does that work? Because people have church Wednesday.
Right, thank you. Yes.
we have a motion to move the standing committee to Tuesday, December 3rd. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion?
John.
Okay, seeing none, I'll call for vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so we'll move the standing committee to December 3rd.
Perfect. Thank
And
you.
everybody can go to the workshop on Thursday night. Any other new business? Seeing none, I hear one more.
Motion to adjourn.
Okay.